You guys ever played Zelda? You know, this game here? You play as Link, a young hero who saves Princess Zelda in Hyrule from the evil wizard Ganon. I used to remember playing Zelda when I was a kid, and to this day, it was one of the best-selling games of all. There was a sequel and more Zelda games up the wazoo, but what I did not know that there was an animated series based off the first two games on the NES, and I never thought I would do a review on the characters that were seen in the cartoon series, so I decided, you know what, I'm gonna review the Zelda characters that appear in the animated series. So in part 1, I talk about 3 characters known as Link, Zelda, and a fairy. So let's start this episode, shall we, folks? First, we'll start with Link. He is the young hero in every Zelda game. He goes on adventures, collecting important items, killing a lot of enemies, and saves both Hyrule and Zelda from Ganon. Let's take a look on his appearance in the animated series. He looks similar to his original design from the game. In the show, he is seen living in the North Castle with Zelda and the King, also being in charge of protecting the Triforce of Wisdom, claiming that it is boring and would rather be off fighting monsters and roaming the world, though he does fight alongside with Zelda, keeping him company, except Zelda despises Link's overall personality. He is persistent at any rate in trying to get Zelda to kiss him and asks for a reward anytime Link saves her. Anytime Zelda is about to kiss him, there's always interruptions, though in the episode Doppelganger, Zelda's clone kisses Link. He also has a magic pouch around his belt. When he pulls out a weapon or item, they grow into normal size. He has a sword that shoots out energy beams at Ganon's minions, sending them back to the evil jar. And yes, he has a catchphrase, and it sounded like this.
Excuse me, princess!
Which I find it annoying. He also appeared in the second season of the animated series, Captain N the Game Master. He was seen in 4 episodes, and unlike his counterpart from the Zelda cartoon series, in Captain N, he is now portrayed as an older, more mature Link who is no longer obsessed with trying to steal a kiss from Zelda. His hair is longer, and his tunic is also slightly different from his older look, but it still retains the same overall style, and his voice was provided by Jonathan Potts. Next, we got Zelda, the Princess of Hyrule herself. Let's see what she looks like in the animated series. She is vastly different from her design from the first 2 games, is portrayed as a proud, athletic, and stubborn princess with a fiery temper, although she does have her sense of humor and a romantic, sensitive side. In addition to running the kingdom part-time for her father, she often accompanies Link on his adventures and proves to be an invaluable addition in combat, departing from the traditional role of a princess when Link asks her to stay so that he can defeat the monsters himself. Zelda refuses to just sit down and watch, instead chooses to join him in battling the enemies. She excels in the use of a bow and is what she uses for most of her battles. However, she is further seen skillfully wielding a boomerang and a crossbow. She can also use the Triforce of Wisdom for its magical capabilities. Like Link, she was also seen in 4 episodes of Captain N the Game Master. Her personality only changed slightly from the Zelda animated series, but still, she is portrayed as a proud, fair princess who rules the kingdom of Hyrule. She seems to be good friends with Princess Lana, and they both regard each other highly. Like in the Zelda animated series, she is skillful with the bow and often uses it during battle. Zelda's outfit retains the same style and color from the Zelda cartoon, but her purple shirt is now short-sleeved on her left arm, and the shirt leaves her stomach exposed. Oh yeah. Ouch! That hurts! You didn't have to hit me that hard, Zelda! Well, excuse me, princess! Anyway, her voice was provided by Cynthia Preston. And for last, Fairy. They are seen in every Zelda game. Let's take a look. Yes, this is what they look like in the animated series. One of the fairies accompanies Link named Sprite. No, not Sprite, this Sprite. She is portrayed as an eccentric, blunt, smart-mouthed fairy who is not afraid to voice her opinions. Working as an assistant to Princess Zelda and the King, she often helps out with the chores around the castle. Sprite also has an obvious crush on Link, as she is sometimes seen flirting with him and telling him to forget about Zelda so that the young hero will stick with her instead. Plus, her voice was done by Paulina Gillis, who you know her as the voice of Cootie Pie from Season 2 of Mario Super Show, aka The Adventures of Super Mario Bros. 3, and Dende in the oceaned-up version of Dragon Ball Z. Well, that sums up the characters. Stay tuned as I talk about the enemies from the first Zelda game.